Ever feel like trying to find someone special these days is like searching for a needle in a haystack? With all these options and screens between us, it's almost like we're getting further away from real connections. Weird, right? But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? With a few simple, genuine steps, you can actually stand out and be noticed by people who truly matter, and maybe even turn a high into a real, worthwhile date. Here's the truth. If you want to attract someone real, you don't need to become an edited version of yourself. Forget that. The trick is in small adjustments that bring out what makes you unique. You know, that unmistakable laugh, or that way you tell stories that no one else does. Imagine mastering the art of good conversation, building connections that feel easy and natural and that only get better over time. Sound interesting? Then let's dive in. Step 1. Building an attractive and genuine profile. Let's be honest, a profile that's just a collection of perfect photos and overused quotes, it doesn't cut it. People want to see the real you. How about a photo that shows a bit of your life? You at a concert for your favorite band, laughing in the park, or just enjoying a moment that feels truly you. That's authentic, and it's the kind of thing that makes someone pause and think, this person seems interesting. And when it comes to your bio, drop the cliché lines like, love to travel, or coffee enthusiast. We all love coffee and travel, let's be real. If you're into indie music or mountain hikes, say it in a way that sounds laid back and personal. Something like, always on the hunt for the perfect coffee spot or the perfect trail to clear my head. Not only does this show who you are, but it opens doors for real conversations. Most importantly, forget about perfection. People are drawn to what's real. If your profile shows what makes you laugh, what you love to do, and the little things that matter, you're already way ahead. And the best part, when someone takes an interest in the real you, the connection just flows. Step 2. Building an authentic connection online. Making a real connection online is a lot like building a friendship. It takes genuine interest and attention. When someone mentions something they like a movie, band, or Netflix series, respond in a real way. Are you watching that show too? Jump in. And don't be afraid to share real stories, those small things from your day that show your human side. Like the chaos of a crowded bus ride in the morning, or that weekend you thought would be relaxing but turned into an unexpected adventure. That's how people feel they're talking to someone genuine, someone who has their own relatable moments. Final tip, enjoy the process. Don't rush to impress. Real connections take time, and that's a good thing. The fun part is discovering things about each other gradually with no pressure and no need to be perfect all the time. And when the connection is real, it only gets stronger with time. Step 3. The art of conversation. Keeping interest, without seeming pushy. Conversation is like surfing. You've got to know when to paddle and when to let the wave carry you. A good chat flows, and it's definitely not an interview. If they mention a road trip along the coast, ask a follow-up that keeps things interesting, like, was there a totally unexpected moment on the trip? It shows genuine interest without feeling like a pop quiz. Also, resist the urge to impress constantly. A great conversation has its highs and lows, deep moments and funny ones. If things are getting too serious, it's totally fine to switch it up, maybe with a funny story about that time your coffee order went horribly wrong. And trust me, even a goofy comment like, hey, is it just me, or does this feel like a job interview now, can lighten the mood and keep things real. Never underestimate the power of having a few go-to stories or cultural references in your back pocket. Talking about an interesting documentary, a Tarantino movie, or even a cooking disaster can open up new avenues for conversation. It keeps the vibe alive and interesting. It shows that you're fully present and invested in the exchange. Step 4. Balancing transparency without seeming clingy. The key to communicating clearly without seeming needy is to find that sweet spot between showing interest and staying self-sufficient. Look, being transparent means letting the other person know where you're at, but without giving the impression that you're waiting around for their response to move on with your day. This could be as simple as saying, really enjoying our chats, I'm liking our vibe, and then giving them space to respond without constantly checking in. You're showing interest, but also making it clear you're a full person with your own life. Another important point, resist the temptation to message all the time or react to everything they post. The goal is to be present, but in a way that leaves a little room for them to miss you. Instead of replying to every message right away, sometimes it's good to be busy. Maybe out with friends, at a concert, or just enjoying a good movie. This slight, absence adds a bit of mystery and shows that you're interesting on your own, bringing something fresh to each conversation. And of course, remember that being transparent is also about being honest about what you want. No need to play hard to get just to seem cool, but express your intentions casually without putting any pressure on them. Something like, "I'm really liking where this is going. Just seeing where it takes us." Sounds relaxed, open, and lets the relationship evolve naturally without anyone feeling boxed in. This way, you stay confident, grounded, and create space for the other person to naturally respond at their own pace. Step 5. The perfect invite for a first date. So, it's time for the first date. The best approach here? Be straightforward but keep it light. Why not make a suggestion that shows you paid attention to what you both like? If they mentioned loving coffee, suggest a cool coffee spot you know, or a unique spot in town. Avoid the vague sometime. Be clear. How about Friday after work? It removes any indecision and sets an easygoing vibe. For that extra touch of humor, throw in something like, "I guarantee great coffee and an even better playlist." No pressure, just good vibes. This takes the edge off and shows you're confident but not trying too hard. After all, the first date is about getting to know the basics without a long, intense commitment. Ultimately, the first date is just the beginning. Choosing something quick and casual, like a coffee or a walk, lets you test the chemistry without the pressure of a big event. If the conversation flows, great. If not, you both leave with a sense that it was a relaxed, positive experience. So, what do you think about putting all of this into action? It might seem simple, but these steps make a huge difference when it comes to attracting someone in a genuine, engaging way. Ready to try? Start by adding a little unique touch to your conversations and invites and see how your social life starts to open up. Tell me which of these steps are you going to try first. Drop a comment below, I'm curious. And if you want to keep learning, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. It's not just about finding someone, it's about living in a more authentic, connected way. See you next time.